Hi everyone, I'm talking to you today about a project that I am doing for my speech class. And I am talking about famous things that happened during the year that I was born. I am an 80s baby, proud of it. I love being an 80s baby because so many cool things happened in the 80s. I remember growing up and experiencing so many things that were fun and just everything was lighthearted back then. There wasn't a lot of not a lot of things that are going on now. So I always am proud to say I'm an 80s baby. So anyway, I was born February 26, 1980. And I went and I looked up some things that happened, big events during that time. So at that time, Jimmy Carter was our president of the United States. And there were quite a few things that were interesting that were going on at that time. A few historical events was at that time Muhammad Ali was touring with the Olympics, and he toured Africa, which at that time was a big deal because he had walked away from touring and whatnot, and he had gotten into some legal issues. And for a while, he had kind of given up on boxing. So, for years prior to that, so it was that was something interesting for him to travel to Africa and to continue on with his boxing career. Also, one of my absolute favorite musicals was being toured in a New York theater, which is West Side Story. I am absolutely crazy about West Side Story. It's one of my favorite things. Some people say I'm corny because I love it, but I just love West Side Story. So that opened in a theater in New York City, and it ran for 341 performances, which is really cool. So wish I had been around to see that then. I just watched it on DVD over and over. So, oh well, I still get to see it. Another thing that was famous in 1980 that happened was the release of the movie with Mel Gibson, Mad Max, and that movie was huge. It grossed a lot of money. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with it, but it was kind of like, I would describe it was very kind of futuristic because they were kind of like gladiatorish, and they kind of like had some futuristic details to them. Like they had different types of weapons that they used in the movie, and they were almost kind of like space age type of weapons. So that Mad Max was huge. It grossed tons and tons and tons of money. It was actually really like the breakout movie for Mel Gibson. Gas prices back then, which I couldn't believe, was $1.21. That's like, it's triple. We're like, what, we run about 3.60 on the lows and up to almost $4 now per gallon. And I couldn't believe, like, back then gas prices, normal gas was started at $1.21. I wish it was $1.21 now. Would be nice, right? But yeah, $1.21 was gas price back then. That's great. I mean, you could fill your car up and drive for like 2 weeks on that. So nice, right? Um, and then also one of the top songs, which is by my favorite artist in the whole wide world, Michael Jackson, was "Rock with You." I remember as a little girl, I would dance to this song, and it was like the best song ever. I thought I was Michael Jackson's backup dancer. Like, I was just like all into "Rock with You." It stayed number one from January 19th until February 15th of 1980. So stayed on the charts, number one on the charts for almost a month. Let's see what else happened in my month of February 1980. Let me see. Quite a few things. There's a lot of political stuff. I tried to focus on the stuff that was more lighthearted. So I don't know. I'm a February baby, and the month of February is so cold, and I always think of it as kind of gloomy. There's not a lot going on, so I tried to focus on some of the top things. I did actually look up some famous birthdays that are in the 80s, so February of 80s. And Michelle Yee, she's a Korean actress. She's been in a couple things. I'm a person that likes subtitles, so she had been in a couple subtitle movies. And also, we are big hockey fans here in Detroit, and I saw that Jim Vandermeer, he's a Canadian ice hockey player. He's also born in February of 1980. So those are just some light facts about the month and year I was born, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And thanks for taking the time to listen to me. Thank you. Have a good day.